Time on Radio Scotland for this next feature programme. A year after Vladimir Romanov's descended on Hearts, 3 months after the appointment of a new manager, and a day after the club got a new director of football, we present King of Hearts, a play about love, loyalty and the beautiful game.
Away up in Gorgie and Tynecastle Park, there's a wee football team that will aye make its mark.
Oh, that's what it felt like, inside of me. There's a gift shop on Gorgie Road in Edinburgh that sells these cards. Love is never having to say you're sorry. Love is not getting a poke in the eye with a burnt stick. That kind of thing. I've never bought one. I've got 3 loves. My daughter, Carol, who's getting married. My late wife, Anne. And Heart of Midlothian Football Club. The last one's been giving me a nightmare of late. It creeps into my dreams when I sleep and my daydreams when I work. And it keeps coming at me like a wild horse. I'm walking up the aisle. I've got Carol on my arm and all the heads are turning. You all right?
I'm fine, Dad.
Are you sure, love?
It'll be okay. Stop worrying.
The men have good haircuts. I notice that kind of thing. I should. I cut them. I'm proud to be leading my beautiful daughter to the altar. But there's something wrong with this wedding. There's a news vendor in the front pew.
Latest Hearts shock. Read all about it. New owner Romanov and fresh outburst.
What's he saying now? And suddenly there's a commotion at the altar, and the minister appears. He's flustered, out of breath, and his purple face tells a sorry story.
Tom!
Tam.
It's bad news, Tam.
Shoot.
The hotel's been on the phone. The wedding's cream-crackered.
I don't understand.
It's rhyming slang.
Oh, I understand that, you wally dug. I don't understand the hotel.
Your cheque bounced. Their coffers are empty. They've cancelled the reception.
Oh, they can't. It's everything to us.
No! Dad! How could you let this happen? You promised Mum. We were doing this for her, and you and me.
There's something else, Tam. Hearts have gone bust. They're finished.
What do you mean?
Done. Dead. Pan bread. Vladimir Romanov's closed them down and sold Tynecastle for flats.
No! I wake up feeling as if a herd of fat club failures has been trampling my bones all night. Carol's heart is in this wedding, and so's mine, for different reasons. Hers because she's met the love of her life. And me, well, 7 years ago, when her mum was dying, I made a promise I'd look after Carol and take care of her till she started a life of her own. But now it's imminent, and I'm anxious.
You're looking hellish, Tam.
That's my best pal, Bev. Brian Edward Veitch, Bev for short. Painter, decorator, romantic, mystic, and master of the art of bluntness. Have you come all the way here just to tell me that?
No, I came for a haircut. For the wedding, remember? I want a good one.
Oh, you'll always get a good one here. The best barber in Gorgie. Like my father before me, and his father before him. Heartsmen, too.
Hey, look, are you okay for cutting my hair? Your hands are shaking.
Oh, don't be daft. Sit back, shut up, and relax. Give your tongue a rest, eh? Hey, 2 on the sides, scissors on top.
Aye, and take your time. I've had a sleepless night.
You and all.
Aye. I was in bed with Brittany and Kylie and they wouldn't leave me alone. Bev do this, Bev do that. You know, laughing today.
I have given it up as a bad idea.
Oh, yeah, for heaven's sake, Tam, you've nicked my luck.
Oh, sorry, Bev. You're all right.
That's bleeding, man. You've cut me.
Oh, it's just a wee nick. Here, put this on it. That'll stem the flow.
Flow? It's not a nick, it's a gash. Give me a look.
Oh, stay in your seat, man. You're an awful panicker.
And you are an anxious man, and that's no good for a barber. Wielding scissors and clippers near men's heads.
I'm sorry, Bev. You're right. Oh, when you get to my age, you want stability. I like cornflakes in the morning at 7:45 precisely. I like a good bowel movement at 8 before I leave for my work.
Here, that's too much information.
And I like Hearts to be Hearts, winning, playing at Tynecastle. But Romanov's way of going about things. I mean, who's picking the team this week, eh?
Aye.
I mean, it's making my world wobble. My hands shake. That's no good when you're a barber.
Well, now you tell me. There's no point worrying about it, because you never know what's going to happen. An example. You never guess whose house I've been working on this week? Charlie Donaldson.
Him?
Aye, him. He's got a big detached place out at Fairmill Heath now after his lottery win.
Oh, jammy swine, eh? And him a hibby.
There he was, unemployed, down in his uppers, and he comes up trumps with a lottery win. 12 million green ones. He never has to lift a finger again.
So hasn't he changed his life then, eh?
I thought you weren't laughing.
I'm not. I'm just bitter.
Yeah, you mind how you used to bully him at the school because he was the only Hibernian supporter in the class?
Well, it wasn't just me.
Oh, but you were good at it.
I've changed. We're all ashamed of the things we did as kids.
Mind that time you put his head down the toilet bowl and flushed it? A laugh. And the Colin.
Oh, like I said, we all did things as kids.
Aye, and there he is now. A massive detached house in its own grounds. Indoor swimming pool, stables, mistresses, and an office in Charlotte Square. He's property speculating.
And you were painting his house?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it's good to be around people who take life as it comes, who ride the waves of fortune.
Meaning?
Before he won, he accepted he was poor. Now he's won, he's accepted he's very rich.
Oh, you're giving me all that philosophical guff again. What is it about painters and decorators?
We get a chance to think when we're working. No distractions. You can soar inside your head, go anywhere.
You should listen to the radio like me. It'll stop all that thinking nonsense.
Listen, Tam, you're worried about things that have never happened. The wedding, it'll happen and it'll be good and fine. And Hearts, we might win the league under Romanov.
Unlikely. All this change is hard.
Change is change. It's not good or bad. You never know your luck. Listen, there's an old story.
Oh, I've no time for old stories, Bev.
Just sit down and listen. Stop buzzing those clippers. Set them down and cock your ears.
Shoot.
Right. The old man was poor, and all he had in the world was a beautiful white horse. And it was so beautiful that even the king wanted to buy it, but the old man wouldn't sell. And one night, the horse ran away. And all the people in the village said, "You stupid old man, you should have sold it." Well, bad luck. And he said, "Don't say that. Only say the horse is now in the stable. Everything else is a judgment. Whether it's good luck or bad luck, I don't know." And the villagers laughed. They always knew he was crazy. And the days went past, and the nights were cold, and the winter winds came, and the old man was poor and alone. But one night, months later, in the dark of the night, as the winds came in off the mountains, there was a thunder of hooves, and people rushed to their windows to see. And there was the beautiful white horse. He hadn't been stolen. He'd run to the wild, and now he'd returned, but not alone, because with him there were a dozen wild horses.
Oh, I like that. The wind in their manes and the old man prosperous, eh?
No good luck or bad luck. Only say, "This has happened." Live in the present moment.
Oh, I've spoken to Auntie Jenny, Dad, and she and Uncle Brian are flying in from Sydney to Heathrow and getting the shuttle up arriving at 11. They'll be staying here after the reception. So, it's all fine.
If you say so.
Oh, relax. I know so. It'll be great.
I wish your mum could see it.
Oh, Dad.
There was 2 of us. And you were born, and it was magic, my magical little girl.
I'm bigger now.
Do you remember when you were wee? I used to tell you nursery rhymes to soothe you to sleep. Your favourite was the Queen of Hearts. She made some tarts all on a summer's day. The Knave of Hearts, he stole the tarts and took them clean away. The King of Hearts called for the tarts and beat the knave full sore. The Knave of Hearts brought back the tarts and vowed he'd steal no more.
Who's that at this time of night?
Only one way to find out. It was a policeman. I could tell by his shoes.
Thomas Fraser.
Who's asking?
Detective Constable McLagan. Do you know a man called J.L. Watson?
I do. What's he done now? Run off to Cuba?
We think so, yes.
That's not funny.
Well, you're not going to laugh at the rest of what I've got to tell you either, Mr. Fraser. By the way, what made you say Cuba?
Oh, no. No. No, 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 no.
Mr. Fraser, come back, please. I've got some questions.
Come out, Watson! Show yourself! You can't do this to me! It's Carol's wedding! You know how much that means to me! That's everything.
Here, drink your tea.
Oh, Bev.
Taking everything.
A lot. And gone. It includes the outstanding balance for the wedding reception. It was in a high-interest account, and as my financial advisor, I instructed him to close it. But no, take the proceeds.
Go to the bank.
Not paid off the loan in the shop. My overdraft's at its limit.
Well, I can give you 200.
I need 2,000.
Does Carol know?
Told her I'd already paid the full amount. She's none the wiser. And I want it to stay like that.
You do have an option. Charlie Donaldson.
Can't ask him.
How no?
Just can't.
You know him and he knows you. Go, ask him for the money. Here's his office address.
I can't. He's a hippie. I put his head down the toilet at school and flushed it.
That was 40 years ago, man. He's not going to remember that.
Thomas, how could I ever forget?
Charlie Donaldson's office in Charlotte Square was elegant and spacious. Smelt of citrus and cash.
Take a seat, make yourself comfortable.
Oh, thanks. Nice place you've got here.
It is. Small, though. I'm buying bigger. I'm thinking of taking over the whole south side of the square.
Still the same. So full of wind he needs ballast to hold him down.
As a fair stramash at the Hearts just now. I'm enjoying the turmoil.
You wouldn't have enjoyed the derby. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to bring that up. Get a grip, man. Don't rise to it.
It's all right, I don't mind. Just a game, eh? A one-off.
Aye.
No, I've liked the sackings and Romanoff's utter disregard for the niceties of life in Edinburgh.
I'm sure you have.
So, what can I do for you?
Well, before we get to that, I like to bring up certain things in the past that you might...
Hold against you?
Remember out of context.
Give me the context.
You know there was lots of verbal badinage at the school and the physical knockabout stuff that us lads got up to, eh?
I remember you fixing a colander to my head and crocodile clips leading from an electrical socket.
Aye, that kind of horseplay. And you always gave as good as you got, being a hibbie.
Being the only hibbie, Thomas. You switched on that socket, if I remember correctly.
You bled my nose.
When my arms flailed with the convulsions.
Wouldn't it stop bleeding?
I couldn't stop flailing with all these volts going through me. And then there was the toilet incident.
Look, this isn't going the way I intended. I was trying to set things in their context and say, sorry, no harm intended.
None taken, Thomas. Apology accepted. In fact, I've you and other jambos to thank. It toughened me as a human being, made me strong, which is why I find myself in the extremely fortunate financial position I'm in today.
You won the lottery.
Exactly. I could have been a broken, introverted person, but I kept my head up, kept casting for luck, a fly fisherman on the banks of good fortune, and one day she took the bait. You must come up the house sometime, see the stables, meet the mistresses.
I'm in a bit of trouble.
So I heard. There's a whispered J.L. Watson's in Cuba. I wouldn't have trusted him with my mother, bless her, far less life savings and pension plans. Never trust a jambo, that's been my motto since the school.
He took everything. My daughter's getting married on Saturday and I need £2,000 for the wedding reception. I wondered if you could see your way to loaning me that sum and I will pay you back at current bank interest in the next year.
It's yours. I'll get my chequebook now.
This is awful good of you, Charlie.
There's one condition.
And what's that?
I want you to do something good for me.
Shoot.
I want you to acknowledge the superiority of Hibernian Football Club.
But it's not.
Ah, you see, you still deny the truth. You were like that as a boy, you're like that now. I'm afraid no acknowledgement, no cheque. Here it is. 2,000 smackaroonies, and all you've got to do is say a few little words.
Which are?
I acknowledge the greatness of Hibernian Football Club over Heart of Midlothian, and I salute their prowess at the beautiful, glorious game. And I want you to sing. We are Hibernian FC. We hate jam tarts and we hate Dundee.
I can't do that.
Fair enough. No cheque. Alice, would you show Mr. Fraser out, please? Thank you.
I'll pay a higher interest rate.
That's the deal. Yes or no is the answer.
I'm asking you for help.
Goodbye.
Please.
Tell you what, I'm a generous-hearted man. I'll give you till 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. You come here and do that, and this cheque is yours for keeps. No interest, no payback.
10 o'clock.
On the dot.
Bev! Bev! Wake up! What do you want, Tam? Standing in my garden in the middle of the night.
Charlie Donaldson will give me the money.
Oh, that's great. Good night.
But he wants me to acknowledge that Hibs are more beautiful, more glorious, better than Hearts.
He wants you to say that?
And I don't have to pay him back.
The swine. Never.
Well, I do.
Sometimes it's better to lose a small battle and win the bigger war.
Meaning?
Well, you could give him that. Say it and no mean it, and know that Hearts will always be superior, and you get the cash off him.
You think that'll work?
Only you can know. Just be true to your heart. Good night, Tam.
I looked at myself in the mirror. I saw a man who was about to disgrace himself and everything he believed in. I acknowledge the greatness. I acknowledge the greatness of how the hell can I say that? I can't.
Dad? You okay?
Oh, aye. I'm fine. I couldn't sleep.
Thought I heard you shouting.
No, not me.
Mum wouldn't want you worrying, you know. Whatever happens will be fine.
Has Bev been talking to you?
No, why?
No, nothing. It's all right.
Saturday will be just the best day of my life, Dad.
I know. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I walked slowly to that elegant office in Charlotte Square. This hanged man didn't eat a hearty breakfast or have a good bowel movement.
Well, Thomas, here's the cheque waiting for you. Let's hear it.
I can't do it.
Can't or won't?
I just can't do it. Look, I can say other things.
Nope.
Listen, the Scottish Parliament is a good cheap building.
Doesn't move me.
Daytime television is mentally stimulating. You never feel hungry after a Chinese meal.
Just say it, Thomas, and we'll get on with our lives.
American cheerleaders are deeply unsexy. The moon's made of cheese. Cole Porter wrote crap songs.
The thing is, Thomas, these are all lies. Especially Cole Porter. Begin the begin. That melody sings in my soul. It's like watching the Hibs' famous five glide down the slope in full balletic flow. Beautiful, gorgeous soul food. Just say the truth and we'll be done. I'll be a happy man. You'll be a happy man.
Why are you subjecting me to this cruelty?
Coming for you, Thomas Fraser. That's like asking why did the Russians take revenge after the Second World War.
Look, I can't say it, and that's an end to it. Thank you for your time.
Whoa, just wait a minute now. Are you serious?
Of course I am.
Then I have the utmost respect for you. I wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't shame the glorious Hibees.
What are you saying, Charlie?
You're an honourable man, Thomas, so I'll make you a deal. You can do something else for me, and here's the cheque.
Nothing to do with Hearts or Hibs?
Absolutely zero.
I'll do it, whatever it is.
Have you ever driven to Dundee?
Once, aye, it was cold. I never went back.
On the way there on the dual carriageway from Perth, there's a sign.
What does it say?
Cars.
Cars? What about it?
It's rhyming slang, Thomas. I want you to kiss it.
Kiss it?
Kiss my cars.
You want me to kiss you for £2,000?
Absolutely. One smackaroonie and I will give you the money. Are you game?
You're a swine.
A lucky swing, Thomas, and don't you forget it. Tell me something. Is it just me or is it hot in here?
It's boiling with my shame. One kiss?
One smoocher is all it'll take. There we are now. Signed and almost sealed with a kiss. I'll just come round for you. Where's my mobile phone? I want a picture for posterity.
He got to his feet. Unsteadily, I thought, for a man his age. And he walked round that big desk, undoing his belt.
There we go now.
Then he dropped his trousers.
All ready for you, Thomas? I'm waiting.
One kiss.
And then it's over. The money's yours to keep. Boy, it's hot in here.
This is awful.
This is awful good. Pucker up.
But his face wasn't a happy face. It was a bit like the minister's in my nightmare.
Thomas!
Charlie, are you okay?
Help me.
And he crashed to the floor like a mighty green oak. Charlie! Charlie! Oh, look, I need help through here. He's had a heart attack. They couldn't save him. He was gone to a better place. Maybe not as spacious, but you can't have everything. Neither could I. The cheque was there, signed to me, in his cold, cold hand. I thought about snatching it, but I couldn't. You can't steal from a dead man, even if he has a hibby. Although it felt like justice, I was sorry and beaten. There was a night game at Tynecastle. For the first time in my life, I didn't feel like going. But I went with Bev. I'm finished, Bev.
You never know your luck. It happened, that's all.
Come on, the Hearts! Look, I had my redemption in my hand and it was snatched away like that. It's cold and it's wet and I'm miserable. You can take that luck and the old man and the horse nonsense and shove it, Bev. It's over. I need to come clean with Carol and that's the end. Referee! Take a good look at yourself.
You're putting too much on it. It's only Wednesday. You've still got a couple of days.
How am I going to come up with £2,000 in that time?
I offered you 200.
I need 10 times that.
There's a betting shop beneath the stand. Pick a bet and sling it on.
Oh, aye, right.
Go on, you got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
I can't.
It's my money.
If I lose,
So what? It happened.
you're giving me that money to throw away on a bet.
Who says you're throwing it away?
So I laid a bet. 10-1 on Webster to score before half-time to make it 1-0 for the Hearts. Bev bought a couple of pies and we sat in the cold and the drizzle and watched time trickle away and the seagulls squawk above the wheatfield stand. It's nearly half-time. It's 0-0 and Webster's never been up the park. Looks like you've lost 200 and I'm still no better. Oh, I've been some week.
Just eat your pie. We've got a corner.
Oh, the pie's stone cold. That's the tin lid on it.
Tam, what you doing? Sit down, you'll get thrown out.
Here's what I think of good luck and pies and Charlie Donaldson.
Don't throw it!
But I did. And it splattered in the goal mouth just as Hartley took the corner. And as the ball sailed over towards the opposition goal, the seagulls descended looking for scraps of food. Their goalie rose as the birds came down. He waved and flapped, but he couldn't see. And through the stramash came the head of Andrew Webster, meeting the ball with a precision born of perfection. And the ball zinged into the back of their net. 1-0! Webster!
2,000 cheers!
Half-time! Bev, I love you! Lucky man!
Stop hugging me, it's embarrassing.
The stewards chucked out the guy in front of me for throwing the pie. I picked up £2,200. I paid Bev back, and we had a wedding that was good and grand.
Cheers, Tam.
Cheers.
See, you never know you're lucky. Here's you living and happy,
And there's Charlie Donaldson dead in the cold, cold ground.
Rest his soul, huh? Hey, and here's to the heart.
Aye! Therefore, only say it is a Lithuanian. It's no good luck or bad luck. The fact is all we know. The rest is judgment.
Well, I judge your friendship, Bev. I value it. I always have.
And me and all. Oh, here's Carol.
Hello, Dad, you alright?
Aye, I'm grand. It's one of the best days of my life.
This isn't the best time then, but I've been meaning to tell you something.
What, you're pregnant?
No,
You're emigrating to Australia?
no. You know we're moving to a new flat in Leith.
Yes.
It'll be just across the road from Alistair's new job.
And where's that?
He's got a job at Easter Road. He'll be working in the Hibs office.
I always thought he was soft in the head.
Dad! Is that it?
What else is there? You love him, don't you?
Of course I do. I thought you'd be mad. I was scared to tell you.
Why? Your mum supported Hibs as a girl.
She never told me.
Oh, it wasn't important to her, or to me. I loved her for who she was. There is something I need to tell you. I've worked out why I've been so worried, and it's no Hearts, and it's no Vladimir Romanov, and it's no the wedding, and it's no letting your mum down. It's you.
I'm happy.
I know, and I'm pleased for you. But you're leaving. And you and me have been a good team all these years.
Oh, Dad, you'll always have me. I love you, Dad. I better go and dance. See you later.
Aye.
You've done a grand job there, Tam. She's a fine young woman. One thing. Would you have kissed it?
Never! Perish the thought!
Aye. Bottoms up.
In King of Hearts by Colin MacDonald, Tam Fraser was played by Paul Young, Bev by Simon Tate, Carol by Jenny Ryan, and Charlie by Ron Donachie. King of Hearts was directed by David Ian Neville